as that's an over and back. Good call there. Once that ball across the half court, you can't pass it backwards. Easy call there by referee Eddie Toffel. Sidsdale up top to Dashnall, and Samantha Judd with the steal almost. Goes out of bounds. So 8-0 here. West Valley. Couple subs for them. Jessica Baker comes into the ballgame along with Rachel Zimmer. Across Sidsdale. Inside. Ball bouncing around a little bit. Lacey Landon comes up with it. And almost has it stolen away by Sidsdale. And now we got a foul there on Megan Bailey. The fourth team foul on the West Valley Lady Wildcats. Samantha Judd. Her shot from the corner, Nicole Gren, is no good. Goes out of bounds off of the rebounder there, Maggie Hammond. We're going to go back the other way, West Valley ball. Megan Bailey across to because Rachel Zimmer shot is missed. Trevelyan comes up with the basketball. Here's Lacey Landon. Hasn't knocked away by Megan Bailey, but it's going to go out of bounds off of West Valley. Stay Ripley ball. Landon to inbound. To Judd. Cole Gren in the corner, and she gets, nope, she stepped on the inbound. It'll be, nope, we got a foul. We got a foul. Underneath, it's going to go on Rachel Zimmer. Emily Trevelyan, shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Megan Hewlett. Jessica Baker gets it to her teammate, Rachel Zimmer. Less than a minute here in the first quarter. Here's Rachel Zimmer. Across, shot is no good. Rebound, Emily Trevelyan. She gets it to Nicole Gren out of the pressure. 25 seconds left. Trevelyan has it stolen away by Rachel Zimmer. So good defense, very active are the West Valley girls. 10 seconds left. Jessica Baker, good defense by Lacey Landon, stolen away almost. And we got a travel called against Rachel Baker, or Jessica Baker. It's going to go Ripley ball, 1.2 seconds left in the first quarter. And Hammond inbounds, and that's it for the first quarter. But it's early here, only 8-0 West Valley Lady Wildcats have the lead over the Ripley Eagles. As we are going to bring you some public service announcements and get you right back to second quarter action.
Rosita, did you know there's a right way to sneeze? Let's show them, Elmo! Yeah, got it! When you feel like your nose needs to give it at you, this is how you act, this is what you do. Lift your arm up high, bend it toward your face. Sneeze right there in the bloody place. Achoo! Achoo! You can do it with ease. Achoo! Achoo! That's the right way to sneeze. Thank you.
To learn more about preventing flu, visit flu.gov.
Okay, we're back here, getting ready to start second quarter action. There you see Coach Cummings talking to his girls as they've showed some dramatic improvement over these games. We had them for the first game of the year, really struggled, but now you can see them running their offense and getting some good shots They have nothing to show for it today as they're down 8-0 versus West Valley, but improved D. Once again, my name's Steve Keyser here for Destination Chautauqua County Sports. Access Channel 5 out of Mayville as we continue to bring you broad coverage from our broadcast area. As 8-0 here early on, Chelsea Dash now has 6 of the 8 points here today. Has inbounded in to Megan Bailey. West Valley's been very active defensively, and that's thrown away, and that's going to be an over and back. As the Ripley girls have had some good defense here today also so far. Both teams very active hands. There's Emily Treveline outside to Samantha Judd. You hear me? As Emily Treveline to the free throw line, has it knocked away by Sidsel. Pressure by Ripley. Down low to Megan Bailey inside. Is pulled down by Emily Treveline. The rebound, she's been strong on the rebounds. Here's West Valley's pressure. There's a double team on Lacey Landon. As West Valley really stepping up the pressure here. Shot is missed, and Judd comes up with it. Treveline with a shot, or Nicole Gren, sorry. And after the first bucket from Ripley, I'd like to welcome Coach Dave Luter, the varsity boys basketball coach for Ripley. Thanks for joining us, Dave.
Hey, glad to sit down next to you, Steve.
As just after that bucket, then a West Valley turnover on the travel. How you could see the kids from both the girls and the boys from these Ripley teams have really improved their play. How would you rate your season so far? I know it's been a rough go, but kids are having fun, right?
Well, yeah, the kids are having fun, and probably, we do get better every day. I mean, sometimes you take a couple steps back, but as long as you keep moving forward, that's a good thing. It's nice to have them come wide-eyed and alert each practice. You don't have any wins on the season. There's a lot of times where you're going to get kids that just tank it in and say, that's it, I'm done. Okay, but no, they come. They love to play the game. They're happy to have a team. They talk about next year. The probably nicest thing this past week and a half is they all talk about we don't want the season to end. So
right. Once they get into it, and you can see, we had you guys the first game of the year, non-league versus Chautauqua Lake, and it was really a struggle. I mean, and that was to be expected. A lot of the kids haven't played organized basketball
Correct.
before. It's been, how long for the boys program's been out?
It's been, I don't know.
4 years?
At least 4 years.
Yeah. And how about the girls? It's been a couple.
Girls have been a couple, probably since the day shortly after Sam Eimers.
Right.
Probably shortly after Sam, because I know they still had a couple years where they weren't too bad.
Hey, but and you mentioned it, your kids are still enthused, and I could see it. We're out there, they're hustling away, they're trying their best, and that's both sides, boys and the girls teams.
You can't take that away from them. They leave a part of themselves on the floor every night they play.
That's right, and it's good to see. Good to see, and you always get nice support here in the Ripley community. They always have some nice crowds here for you.
Yeah, yes they do.
There's inside to Dawn Blackman, shot no good. Nicole Gren with the offensive board, and we're going to have another jump ball. We've seen that a lot so far early on, but that's good. Both teams with active hands out there. Kids. Yeah, rebounds. Yes, we got a foul there on Emily Treveline. 8-2 ball game, West Valley up here. And even hearing that from a couple of Ripley teachers who saying kids are enthused at school, and then a lot of them, that's all they can talk about.
Yeah, they do. They, Alex Rader, the AD, I think it was like, shortly after our Chautauqua Lake game, he comes and talks to me. He says, you know what? The boys are buying into it. They're really, they understand that you give them some tough love sometimes. He says, but they don't hang their heads on it, and they really would like to get better as they move along.
That's right. And, this Ripley has had some outstanding basketball players here during the time, and maybe these kids growing up didn't see that a lot because, the numbers haven't been there, but we really have a nice tradition here in Ripley.
It was, in fact, Lacey's father, I coached his senior year, I coached Lacey's dad.
Well, now you're dating yourself, David.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
Okay, here you see West Valley's had a lot of pressure, almost a 5-second call, but nothing there. Blackman is double teamed in the corner. And Menser almost tied up, but gets rid of it, but stolen away by Sidzo. Yeah, she loses it out of bounds, be Ripley basketball. And we got another young coach there, Coach Matt Cummings, coaching the girls squad. It's a learning process for him. I think this is his first gig, obviously first varsity gig. But a young kid, a young coach, but I think he's done very well. The
kids like him a lot. They really do, and he communicates well with them. He's patient. In fact, one of my best compliments this year from one of the parents says, "You must have the patience of Job." I couldn't help but laugh.
As they work it inside to Hammond. Hammond kicks it out to Samantha Judd. Just two seniors for these Ripley girls. There's Lacey Landon. Banks in a 3-ball. Just a freshman, so hopefully good things to come there. Just two seniors on the girls' squad. What do you guys have, 4 senior boys?
We have 4 senior boys. We got a nice group of sophomores there. That hopefully they stay interested and play some summer ball. And only one junior. But he's in fact, Greg has gotten better every practice. Then, of course, we got our freshman, Jeremiah. He's the tallest guy on the team.
Jeremiah Brooks. And I tell you, I've made comments to you that in that first game, you could see a lot of the kids, had trouble. You might be yelling at practice at it, but until they actually get out there in a game, they're going to be a little lost.
Yeah.
And it's tough to pick up. But you can see improvement on them. Every one of them.
That's probably the biggest problem that they've yet to get over is going from the practice to the game. And it's almost like they lose some of their memory. They're so involved in the game here. So there's another bucket.
As Maggie Hammond with the bucket there. As all of a sudden it's an 8-7 ball game as the Ripley Lady Eagles are in one here as they've gone on a 7-0 run. There's a shot there by Zimmer is no good. Here's Dashnaw. As it's stolen away almost by Samantha Judd. Now Dashnaw's got 6 of their 8 points. Over to Zimmer, no good. Rebound's going to go to Amanda Reed. As she loses it, be Ripley basketball. And how much would a win right now mean for this team? Either of the teams.
Oh, they'd be dancing for a month.
And you guys had one of your best games versus Ellicottville. You guys were right in there, right in the ball game.
We're right there. We lost the starting point guard early in the second quarter, and we didn't get him back. That hurt us, and in fact, it went to add to our biggest problem is turnovers.